You have worked so hard for the past 14 years of your life. Why are you gonna let this stop you? Like, why are you gonna let this determine how you want your story to be? Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Trae De'Angelo, and welcome back to your boy's channel. Okay, so we about to get into some thing of the things, and to get into the thing of the things, starts with lighting this candle. Okay. Guys, my little blew out the candle. It's not even lighting. And it smells so good. Well, guys, this candle's yet again from Yankee Candle, and it is the Warm Luxe Cashmere. Oh, it smells so good. Now I have to find another candle. Be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and look. And it's like a pineapple, but my friend gave me this candle, and it's called White Citron. I don't know where it's from. She said she bought it at like a grocery store, so it's just gonna serve its purpose. Oh my gosh, guys, what if this candle doesn't light either? Oh, it's lighting. I really have to keep my mouth closed when I'm doing candles because I'm over here lighting, taking the candles out. We is about to get into the thing of the things. Yeah, before this video even starts, like, I lifted improperly in the beginning of this week, and my neck hurts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ow! Did you just see the little? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That hurt. Hey guys, here's my video to why I'm struggling as a D1 athlete. Okay, you guys, so for today's video, we're going to talk about my current struggles as a collegiate D1 athlete. And this is a serious topic that I really want to shed light on because I just really feel as though I've been having struggles lately, and not bad struggles, but it's just struggles that I would have wished I weren't having senior year. And before I even start this video, I just want to give a huge thank you to everybody who's been on my track team. You guys have touched me in ways that you guys don't even know. Even the freshmen that I don't speak to, you guys have really just shown me like the passion for track that I had, and I want to thank you guys. And I don't want this to offend any of you guys. This is just my truth, and this is just what I have gained from my experience here at SJU. Okay, so this is your first time on my channel. You might not know that I have been running track for the past, like, I don't even know. I started track in 2nd grade. I have been officially running track for 14 years of my life. Again, I already showed you guys this ring right here, if it's going to focus. And this ring is just a constant reminder of all of the hard work that I have put into track over these last 4 years, and even the 10 years prior to me getting this ring. And just huge. Like, this in itself is just a huge accomplishment for me, and that's why I'm so proud to wear it every single day. So for the beginning of this video, I wanted to talk about how I started doing track. So basically, around 14 years ago, my brother would... You guys hear that? Nah, see, would always be so mad. So around 14 years ago, my brother played football, and he would have me race against his own teammates, and he would make him look, you know, cute little buck out of it. And each time I ran against them, I got stronger, a little bit faster, in ways that I didn't even think was possible back then. And I was really just doing it for fun. My parents saw me just run circles around the football field and just go for practice there myself, and my parents were like, why don't we just sign up Trae for track and field? And I started track and field, and I did, like, you know, the AAU, USATF, the club sport one, and then I transferred into like high school. I did middle school and then high school. I ran for 2 different high schools. So here at my school, I go to St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Super proud to go to the school. I love the school so much. It is I believe it is the right fit for me, and it has been the right fit for me for the past 4 years. And as an athlete here, well, as a track and field athlete here, I can't speak on the other athletes who do attend this university, but as an athlete here, things that we're required to do are, we have practice Monday through Friday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday practices are at 2:30. So currently right now, it is Friday, and it is 12:07, and that means I have practice in 2 hours and 30 minutes. So, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have practice at 11. Along with those practices, we have morning lifts. Mondays morning lifts being at 6:30 a.m. and Thursday morning lifts being as well at 6:30 a.m. They used to be at 6 a.m., but them extra 30 minutes actually, they help so much. Like, I'm tired, okay? I'd be so tired. Like, you could give me 10 extra minutes and I would be like so thankful. So these practices are very intense, and especially in the beginning of the season when you're doing conditioning and you're doing preseason, they're very tiring because, you know, you might have not have trained as much as you should have in the summer because you were not, you know, being irresponsible, which is the most part for many people who are student athletes, at least people that I've had conversations with. So when you get back into the groove of it, you're not really feeling the best. So alongside of like morning lifts and regular practice, we also, on weekends, I don't really have a weekend, you know? And it's kind of hard sometimes, because sometimes when I just want to relax and just enjoy my time, I just really never seem to have a weekend to myself. And the weekends that I do have to myself are either working fundraisers, you know, to help the team, and it's just really, you know what I mean? Like, my college experience just seems to be so different than the normal person's college experience, which is fine. I love being a collegiate D1 athlete. I love it so much, but it's just like, lately it's just really been hitting me, and that's why I'm making this video. So currently right now it is February, like early February, and around like early December we went on a shoe run, and I got 4 pair of shoes, and we had a hard workout a week later, and I decided to use one of my new pair of shoes. And with these new pair of shoes, they just didn't have the support that I needed, and I ran them. We had a hard workout. It was so fast paced. It was like little rest. It was like you needed to get it done. Like, you know, so like I started feeling pain in my feet. Like halfway through the workout, I was like, okay, Trae, they're just new shoes. That's probably why your feet are aching. Just finish it out, you know? So I decided to try to finish it out, and that left me having to take off 2 months because I have tendonitis in both my left and right feet. And those of you who don't know what tendonitis is, it's just the inflammation of the tendons. And I really felt as though my feet were broke. And don't get me wrong, it was senior year. I wasn't losing my passion for track, but I was just more getting involved in other things. So it was like it was kind of like to the point, like, it's like, you know, it's senior year, and it's like you don't want to spend your weekends every time, but this is something that you love doing. And it's like I didn't understand how much I really loved this sport until this injury happened. So for 2 months I was just rehabbing and taking care of my feet and icing my feet morning and night and rolling out my feet throughout classes, and at the end of the day, I was honestly doing this for my team. And I told myself in my junior year that I'm just going to do whatever is best for my team. Because it's not that I don't love this sport of track, but it's like my body is just so mentally tired right now and physically tired. Like it's like it's broken. It literally feels as if my body is broken. And I don't know what to do. Like it's taking a lot. It's taking a lot of, you know, it's just taking a lot. And while doing all of this, I am a captain of our team. So constantly having to set example, showing up to practice every day, showing up to morning lifts every day, which is super hard for me sometimes because it's like morning lifts, I'm just not a much so morning person. So just having to lead by example all the time, it feels like the spotlight's always on you, which I really don't like sometimes. Most of the time, it's just really hard. At the end of the day, I just don't want to let my team down. And I'm doing all that I'm doing right now for my team. So if anybody asks me, oh Trae, what are your goals for this season? I'm doing whatever is best for my team. So if that requires me to do a 52 split on a relay, cool. That requires me to do a 48-47 split on a relay, alright, bet. And I'm not very vocal on my team. I don't feel like an outcast, but like just being that I'm a little bit different than the other guys on the team for obvious reasons. It's just, I just don't feel like, you know, not everything's like like how I would talk to them and how I would like kiki with my friends, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm just a little bit more reserved. I'm more like when I'm at practice, I'm solely at practice for practice and to get the work done. So throughout workouts, I'm not talking. I literally just want to finish the workout because these workouts are very hard and they're really taking a toll on the body. If I'm not paying attention or I'm talking during workouts or talking between reps, that's going to get myself injured, and I'm already injured. And I don't talk to all of my rough patches with my teammates or the other captains on the team, but essentially I came back this season hurt, and after the 2 months of rehab, I came back hurt, and I just decided, like, again, I told you guys I'm doing what's best for my team, so I know that my team really needed me, and if I'm just gonna have to suffer through a little bit more pain for the next couple of months, so be it. But there's a lot of things that I just don't tell my teammates, that I'm not saying that it'd be a difference if they knew or not, but like I just am not very vocal about these type of things, and it's just, I'm literally in pain right now. I'm just trying my best to like figure it out. And alongside with this injury, my confidence level with track and field has very much so just dropped a little. And I have done so well these past 3 seasons here. I've accumulated about 4 conference championships, titles, or like, let me not say titles, but medals. I've placed very well in competitions. I'm doing well in and out of the classroom. In these workouts, my confidence level has kind of diminished a little bit, and that's just because I came back a little bit early and my fitness was just not there. So for example, all the other guys on the team are in the prime of their season and they're hitting these workouts back to back to back, like as they should, which I'm so proud of them. But I'm like in the back of the pack, running, trying to get back to where I was, and I'm finding it extremely hard. In practice, I'm literally exhausted, like on the ground, panting, having my legs on the wall to flush out lactic acid, just taking sips of water all the time, like in between reps, like, and it's like, but I mean like throughout the entire, like, say if we're off, we do a hard set and we're off for like 10 minutes and until the next set, I'm literally down that entire time on the floor, like muscles in pain. And it's, my confidence level has just been shot because of this. And it's like I just approach every practice now nervous because it's like these workouts are very hard. Not that I can't do them, but like my body is in so much pain, and also my body's not recovering like my teammates who are in the prime of their season right now, because it's like I'm catching up on workouts, so I'm like pushing my body more and more and more and more and more, and it's not recovering as fast because it's not used to this, because I haven't done it in 2 months. So it's really taking a toll on my body right now. It's like sometimes I don't understand how they want us to go to class in the morning, not even go to class in the morning, they want us to go to lift in the morning, go to 2 back-to-back classes, go to rehab, go to practice, rehab again after practice or prehab, work with the trainer, get your muscles rolled out, ice bath, and make a class. Girl, y'all got me up. But being that I am a captain on this team, I do find it kind of extremely hard, because as a captain you're supposed to, like, the role of a captain is to be there for your team and, you know, push them when they're down and do all these type of things, and which I definitely do, and I love my team, like, no matter what. I might not be as close with them that I should be or how they are with each other, but I definitely do love them. I thank them for a lot. And it's kind of hard to be, it's not hard to be a captain, but like sometimes like there are things said like in the locker room, little homophobic comments, and I don't think the comments are coming from a place of like derogatoriness, I don't know if that's a word, but like they're not coming from a place of hate, but they're like just not like things that like people should be saying, like, you know what I mean? And I just feel like that kind of in a sense makes me just reserved. It makes me just not want to talk to these people sometimes, but like I still have to be a captain and lead by example, and I still have to communicate with these people, or even if they're like freshmen or sophomores that might not know any better, I still need to communicate with them because, you know, I'm their captain and it is the right thing to do. But sometimes I do find the middle ground very difficult, because I'm speaking to these people who have been saying homophobic comments, and so what does that say about your connection with me, you know? And also with all of this, I just really think that senioritis just hit me so hard, like I just really hit me, and I feel like I've accomplished everything that I've wanted to accomplish in the sport of track and field over the last years. Like, it has funded me it has funded my entire education, which I cannot be thankful for. I cannot, I cannot, I can't even speak right now. I cannot say how thankful I am that I've had the ability to, for this sport that I love so much, to fund my education. Like, it's been like just the best experience ever. There always seems to be a conflicting schedule between my academics and athletics. So it's like, for example, like yesterday, I had to for yesterday we traveled to an indoor track because our school doesn't have one. So we had to travel to an indoor track, then we had to travel all the way back, and I had class at 2 and we got back at like 1:20, and I literally needed to shower, I needed to ice bath, I needed to go to the trainer, I needed to have her check out my neck because I've been having neck problems because I think something happened when I was lifting earlier this week. And I told you guys my body is just sore, very sore, because I'm just catching up to workouts and my body's just grinding. So it's like I'm having trouble fitting in all of this before my classes, and like it's just annoying sometimes because like before classes it's always good to like, you know, review your notes, but I can't review my notes sometimes because I'm really like rehabbing and doing what I need to do for like my hamstring and for my tendonitis right after practice and ice bath. So I'm literally strolling into class like 5 minutes late sometimes and just being mentally checked out because I'm already like so stressed about it. And then it's like on top of this fact, it's like my mental health, and I stress this to all the student athletes who might be watching this channel, I might come across this channel one day. Please take care of your mental health. Please talk to your parents, please talk to your guardians, please talk to whoever's in your life, your friends, your family, whoever just makes you feel safe. Talk to them, because without them, like, my mental health would just not be where it is. And I've never struggled with mental health, but sometimes I know situations where like my friends, their mental health was kind of like really low because they don't know how to manage it. And I'm really glad that that's not the case for me, but like it's really important to make sure that your mental health is okay, because if your mental health is not okay, then it's going to reflect on your academics, which come first, and it's going to reflect on your athletics, and the last thing that you want happening. And then we're getting into the prime of like conference season. So I already know like conference season is always hectic because around conference season you have midterms, so it's traveling on buses and having to take your midterms, or like we have team meetings the night before meets and you're having to have a team meeting and you're going to have to take a test because you need to take the test along with everybody else who took the test that day, and that's just the only time you can take the test because of the circumstances that you're in as an athlete. And it really is hard sometimes because it's like I'm like studying for this test on the way to a track meet, which I should just be able to focus on my track meet, and that kind of puts you back a little bit because the time that I'm taking the test, I need to be stretching and foam rolling and ice bathing, or like taking a hot bath and like doing hot compresses and getting rolled out by the trainer to make sure that my muscles are where they need to be by the time I step foot to the line the next day. And it's so hard sometimes to do that. Luckily, that was only in my case freshman year, a little bit of sophomore year, but now I've kind of got it down packed to the point that I don't have to do that. But that's really hard, and it's a constant struggle with a lot of athletes nowadays, and it's just like, it's so hard, like, and it's just, finding balance is just so important. And there are just so many things in life that you just need to do to further your life. So right now I'm just doing my athletics and my academics, and also like I work, add in rehabbing, add in being a captain, add in lifts. Is so much. It's just so much. And I really feel like I just don't have time for myself. And that's really why I'm so glad that I'm doing YouTube right now. I just feel like I just haven't had time for myself in a while. This is like my calm place. This is like my peace. And I'm just so glad that I started to do this because I definitely needed this. And it's like the constant struggle of having friends who aren't athletes and they're inviting you on places like Thursday nights to go out, or inviting you on the weekend, and you just simply cannot go. Or you can go and just pay for the price of practice the next day or a meet, which I wouldn't advise anyone to do. I don't think that that's really realistic, and I don't think that's a very smart decision as a student athlete. But it's so hard sometimes because like you've missed so many birthdays and so many parties of friends, and it feels like in a sense you're just not getting close, or you're just not as close with these people as you used to be because of track. And through this whole process over the years, I can just feel my body, my legs, my arms, just everything just is feeling like it's deteriorating because of just the constant like grinding and pounding on these muscles and these joints. Like I've talked to my doctor before. I have the joints of like a 32-year-old. Like, so God bless all these pro athletes out there, because I commend you guys, because I just commend you guys, because whoo. Okay. And on top of doing all this as a student athlete, there are requirements sometimes that they have you go to, like there's something called media day. So like we have to have interviews and we have to take photo shoots, and it all sounds fun, but it's kind of hard fitting in all of this into just like a couple of days, you know what I mean? It's like you have me doing this, you have me doing this, and then you want me to take pictures as well. It's like, and it's definitely something fun, but it's like these are other things that are added onto, you know, which make this much more, even a little bit more complicated, if that makes sense. So yet again, within this video, I just really want to thank you guys for watching this and just hearing my truth. And I'm saying my truth because this is how I've experienced track over the past 3 years, almost 4 years of my life. And I've also just put so much blood, sweat, and tears into track. Like, I will forever love this sport. And don't get me wrong, all of these struggles and conflicts that I'm having right now with track, it's so minuscule in a sense. I mean, it still is very important that I came and talked about this today, because I just really needed to speak about this for myself. But it has done so much for me that I can not be anything but grateful. So yes, these are all the things that I'm conflicting right now with track and field, but there's so many positives to being a student athlete here on my campus. For example, I've never had a bad schedule. I always had the schedules that I needed to have. I've always had the professors that I wanted to have. My entire education has been funded. I cannot think of anything else that track has done for me that has been very significant to say, but what I just said is just enough. Like, being able to have classes that you want and that you need to graduate, and when you want them, and the teachers that you want, is a blessing. Me not having to pay a penny for school is a blessing. And that's all that really matters. Like, that's what's important to me. That is literally what is so important to me, because I'm so glad that my God-given talent has just been able to be projected. And I'm really so glad that my coach saw something in me when he recruited me, because this experience has been nothing less of an amazing experience. And I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful to have been a part of this team. I'm so thankful to call myself St. Joseph's Hawk. The Hawk will never die. And lastly, I'm just ready for the next chapter of my life. I'm ready to just graduate and move on to the next chapter of my life. I'm just so excited because I'm growing, and the point of growing is understanding what has happened and applying this new learned growth to a next chapter in your life. And I'm glad that this institution has allowed me to do that. And I'm just ready to just go on to I'm just so ready to just go into this next journey of mine. I'm so ready, you guys. Alright, you guys, it's Trae De'Angelo, and thank you guys so much. I can never do this part right. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I just said that in the beginning of the video because it honestly didn't matter, but if this helps you, or this is connected with you somehow, or if you just like my experience or my viewpoint, please like, comment, subscribe. My social medias are Trae De'Angelo on my Instagram, and Trae De'Angelo on my Twitter, and my Snapchat is Trae D as well. And again, I would like to thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. It's Trae De'Angelo, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!